Well, it's a big day Saturday at Rosehill Gardens too. It's Golden Rose Day, but not in the Golden Rose, are you?
Not this year, Richard, no.
Just a cycle, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah. No, I was thinking of Zoostar. When Minari's barrier draw came out, he's got barrier 14, Minari. I don't think it'll be enough to stop him. Gee, he's a good horse. Zoostar won it from 16.
Didn't he? Was impressive. I still remember now that you bring it back when Jimmy Cassidy.
Yeah.
Was that no, that wasn't his 100th. 100th was Zoostar in Melbourne, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it was probably his 99.
You see Minari, would he be the horse you'd saddle up?
I would say so. He's got the form on the board, and I've seen the way Gerald's prepared him this prep, and he's done obviously a fantastic job. The horse looks picture perfect.
Well, let's go through the races quickly. On Saturday, Chris, you got 3 in the first. First of all, you've got, I thought, one of the most impressive midweek winners on debut, Perrette. Awkward gate, but I'd imagine just go back like debut when it won.
Yeah, barrier 8. Hugh Bowman rides. Glyn was on him on his maiden win, and Glyn hops on to Aonair, who Hugh rode.
Who was impressive here.
Yeah, so simply the weights. Hugh can't ride the weight Aonair's got. So yeah, he'll go back as he did in the debut, and he's trained on well. It's not ideal, 10 days from your maiden win to a Saturday race, but he's pretty special.
What about the other one, Aonair?
She's a nice filly. I think you'll see her racing over a mile, third up, in a pretty good race. Probably go to Melbourne for a Group 2 fillies race, so that's what we think of her, and therefore you'd expect her to run well. She's coming back 100 metres in distance, but big track of Rosehill's probably ideal.
Bella Success, a tough ask.
Yeah, racing today at Warwick Farm, being Wednesday, I doubt she'll back up.
Won't back up. What about, where would Elwood go? Is it the 1.5 miles or the 1.25 miles?
Definitely running the 1.25 miles, just 2,400 metre race, season racing out of his grade, and you get pretty severely penalised if you had to run in the first 3. We had to think about it, obviously, but we decided against it. So he'll run against the stablemates.
Up and Rolling and Quick Defence, who both were impressive last start winners.
Yeah, so Elwood was a bit disappointing, but it was dropping back 1,800. He now steps up to 2,000. He's got the same weight as Up and Rolling, 59, and Quick Defence, 57. Winning riders stay aboard, Brenton Abdullah and Kieran McAvoy. How do I split them? Up and Rolling looks a pretty progressive horse. The other two are doing a good job. Up and Rolling might just go to the next grade with a bit of class.
What about the Shannon? Good project. We'll go there. Awkward gate.
Yeah, and the big weight makes it hard as well, Richard. Might be time to ride him up on the pace like we were doing in Perth when he won a Group 1 there and placed the next year. So, yeah, just needs a bit to go his way, and maybe a soft lead might see him get into the first 3.
Will Oh My Sword not run there?
She'll run in the Gold Pendant.
Yeah, so we'll get back to Dawn War. Where will she run?
She'll run there.
In the Shannon?
Yeah.
Nice draw.
Barrier 3, 53 with Corey Brown aboard. Great first up run, beaten by Washington Heights, who's a class horse. She's improved since that first up run. It's a beautiful race for her.
Now listen, the Gloaming Stakes, this might have been at Hawkesbury, this horse, but geez, it was a good win, Augustus.
Yeah.
And the run before that was great here, Warwick Farm.
Well-bred horse, and I think you see now these 3-year-olds get up to 1,800 metres, you start to see their form change, and he's one that's bred to start improving. He's a nice, well-bred colt, well put together. He can surprise.
What about Oh My Sword, Chris, Golden Pendant? I think we're all waiting for her just to whoosh go and explode.
Yeah, last run was a pass mark. First up was great, but forget it, she fell coming out of the barrier.
Yeah.
So last start, she was back 3 wide last. Her sectionals were okay, but she just did lack that zip. I'm willing to forgive that, but there's no excuses after Saturday. She's drawn well. Hugh, 57, everything's in her favour. The
last race of the day, you got Hogmanay in, Zumbalina, Wyanka. Will they all run, or?
Hogmanay may save him.
Have a look till Saturday, wait till.
Yeah, there's a nice race on Wednesday for him. 1,400's a bit of a query for him. He's looking for further.
Zumbalina was outstanding the other day.
Really good.
Dry track, you told us that.
Yeah. Barrier 1 again, Glyn rides. 1,400 I don't see as a problem. Brilliant first up run. And Wyanka, he won his race on protest, but nonetheless still did a pretty good job. He's drawn softly as well, so good chances in the last.
Chris's best at Rosehill?
I might say
Perrette?
Yeah, and I'll go Up and Rolling.
Up and Rolling. Just quickly, Up and Dismond, Colossimo, great owners. Is it ready to improve?
Yeah, she is. She was due to race last start over 1350, which would have suited better. Coming back to 1200 is my only query. At Ipswich, you expect pace on. she'll be getting home well.
What about Vassal and the horse you were trying to tip last week? Loving him.
Home. Maybe I was a week early. Loving Home will struggle at the 21.50, but it was a better run last start. Vasal's ready to win.
Just quickly, the mare Winks, everything. You've announced you're going to go to Melbourne.
Yeah, more than likely head to Melbourne for the Turnbull Stakes for the simple reason, 3 weeks between runs.
3 and then 3 to the Cox Plate.
There's lovely races in Sydney, but she's had three tough runs. Wasn't by design that she ran in the Chelmsford. I wanted to miss a race there, but when she blew the start, it just confused me a little bit. I just wanted to get everything back on track. So it's meant that she could potentially have 5 runs going into a Cox Plate. That's far from ideal. So she'll have 4, and it's likely with the Turnbull. If we needed to, well, there's the Craven Plate at Randwick the following week. But I'd rather go 3 weeks to the Turnbull, 3 weeks to the Cox Plate. That's what she did when she won the first Cox Plate. Second Cox Plate, it was 2 weeks after the Caulfield Stakes, but 3 weeks will do me.
Just quickly, did I hear right, you're going to take the earmuffs off?
Yeah, we believe they've done a job. When I say we, I say Hugh Bowman and myself. We don't think she needs them anymore, and now she's going well.
And congratulations, you know, I always think of some stories, but I thought 60 Minutes the other night, if you missed it, go on. Peter Stefanovic did the story with Chris, Richard Treweek, Peter Ty and Debbie Capita. So sometimes you think, they're going. I thought it was just, the story was well told.
No, it was a privilege to be asked by 60 Minutes, and we're certainly very proud of the job they did. And yeah, it's a huge privilege for us to be involved in Winks, and something we're very proud of.
And to Richard Treweek, everyone loves an elderly gentleman tell the story how he named Winks with the Vegas Showgirls.
That's right.
Did you like it?
That's it.
Well done. Good luck on the weekend,
Thank you.
Mr. Waller.